When Bob Dutko, evangelical Christian radio talk show host and apologist, tries to find scientific accuracy in the Bible to prove its truth, he sometimes gets himself caught up in a whirlwind.
It wasn't known that wind blows in circular paths. They didn't have meteorologists and they didn't have satellite imagery to be able to see the cyclonic effect of wind patterns. Yet Ecclesiastes 1:6 says, quote, blowing toward the south, then turning toward the north, the wind continues swirling along, and on its circular courses the wind returns.
It's difficult to understand what Dutko thought of the ancient mind and what their concept of wind should have been without divine influence. Did he think they believed every gust of wind was a new creation? A gust being brought about suddenly from nothingness out of the north, and another springing into existence to come from the south? Why would they believe such a thing? On a windy day, can't it sometimes be felt that the wind changes direction? Why would one need meteorologists and satellite imagery to figure out that the air moves and sometimes changes direction? It's as if Dutko and those other apologists who believe this verse reveals advanced scientific knowledge assume the author of Ecclesiastes had never seen a dust devil. The entire opening chapter of Ecclesiastes is a lament about futility. The verses read in part, "Generations come and generations go, but the earth remains forever. The sun rises and the sun sets and hurries back to where it rises. The wind blows to the south and turns to the north. Round and round it goes, ever returning on its course." In here, we already find pre-scientific statements which contradict what Dutko had argued earlier. Before, in an earlier episode, Dutko had claimed entropy was described in the Bible, long before the principle had been discovered by modern science, in that the universe and the world are wearing out, eventually to disappear into nothingness. And yet here in Ecclesiastes it clearly states the earth remains forever. The chapter also states the sun moves around the earth as it hurries from its setting to its rising, a clear reference to a geocentric model of the solar system. Are we to believe that through omniscient divine inspiration, the author of these passages got right the statement that the wind goes round in a cyclic pattern, evidence of a supernatural revelation regarding the jet stream, while missing the mark about Earth's ultimate fate and the true nature of our solar system? Or is this passage just a common sense observation that the wind blows, sometimes towards the south and sometimes towards the north? What is more likely? Funding for this program was provided in part by the generous contributions of viewers like you via Patreon. Consider joining them at www.patreon.com/Bible Skeptic. Thank you.